Hi everybody, it's Sunday, February 14th, the Transfiguration of our Lord, and it's Bible story time. Today on this festival Sunday, we're going to read the story of the Transfiguration. Transfiguration is a big word that means the transformation of someone's appearance or the changing of someone's appearance. So what we're reading about today is when some of Jesus' closest disciples got to see Jesus' appearance changed. He looked different to them. We're going to talk about why that's important. So here it is from our Spark Story Bible, the Transfiguration, based on today's Gospel reading, Mark chapter 9, verses 2 through 9. Peter, James, and John were very excited. They were climbing a mountain with Jesus. Higher and higher they climbed, right up to the top. Then they noticed something different about Jesus. Jesus' face and clothes were bright and shiny like the sun. Moses and the prophet Elijah were standing with Jesus, talking about God's promise to save the world. Peter couldn't believe his eyes. Suddenly, a cloud covered the mountain. A voice said, "This is my son. Listen to him." The voice was God. Peter, James, and John covered their faces. Then Jesus touched them. They peeked up. Everything was the same as it was before, even Jesus. On the way back down the mountain, Jesus, Peter, James, and John talked about God's promise, but they didn't tell anyone else what happened on that mountain for a long time. Today's Bible Storytime question is, look at a cloud in the sky. Imagine hearing God's voice coming from the cloud. What is God saying to you? Why was it important that Jesus was transformed this way and that the disciples got to see it? For the disciples, what they saw was a reminder of who Jesus is, the glorious Son of God who came down from heaven to walk among us. Later, when Jesus died, was crucified, and was buried, they remembered what had happened on the mountain. And they were able to remember that the one that they had just seen die is also God's amazing Son. And a few days later, they would see Jesus rise again in all the glory that he had shown them on the mountain. So this was something to help the disciples remember who Jesus was, even in a really, really hard time for them. And by reading this story, we can remember that the one who promises to walk with us every day and who loves us with an everlasting love is the amazing and glorious Son of God. I hope that you are safe and well, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Until next week and our next Bible story time, I hope you all have peace and everything good. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.